Audible to you? I am audible, right? Hello. Am I audible or not? I think the voice is coming, right?
Good morning, sir.
Morning. Okay. So, my screen is visible to you, right? Can you see my screen?
Yes, it is.
So, in the last lecture, we have discussed several properties, or you can say characteristics of data warehouse, and you see that how data warehouse differs from our normal or traditional DBMS. Okay. So, one thing we have to actually note down that this data warehouse, does it put emphasis on the current operation? You know what does it mean by current operations, right? So that comes to our mind that does a data warehouse put emphasis on the current operations or not? Then the answer is no. Data warehouse never put emphasis on the current operation. Instead, it focuses on demonstrating and analysis of the data to make various decisions, right? You also have seen that actually we have concentrated some interval on some interval based data, or you can say that the past summary of the data, right? Instead of focusing on the current operations or this current the data that's the result of current operations, we actually focus on some past data or some previous years data like that. So we can say that if someone asks us that whether the warehouse focuses on or gives emphasis on current operations or not, so no. Because in this case, the main aim is to get some idea about the decision making process, right? So it also delivers an easy and precise demonstrations around particular theme by eliminating data which is not required to make the decisions. So here the first thing is that you have seen that we try to organize the data subject wise. So we don't want those data which are not relevant to our decision making process. So we try to eliminate them. Right. Then next things that comes to our mind is that what is decision, and I have just uttered the term decision making process, right? So we have to know that what is decision support system is. So from this diagram, I hope you can see my screen and you can see this diagram. I'm giving you 1 minute that then you can tell me that what actually going on in this diagram. Please try to analyze this diagram, then you will have some idea about it. So it's okay, then I'll analyze this diagram. So what you have seen that first of all, you all know what is database, right? In database, in simple words means we try to store something tempting data. In our DBMS also you see that how we store data in tabular forms. Now these things, the information or data we are going to in the store in the about some plant disease and the environment which impact it. Okay, so you can see that plant, pests and diseases, weather and soil. So what is going on is that we try to find out that in which environment a particular plant is being suffering from some disease and which pests actually. Okay, which pests means because of that this is going on. So but for that we need some expert knowledge. We need a person from agricultural background who have worked in this field. So what we'll do, we collect the his intellectual part in this agricultural field, or you can say that his expertise part of this agricultural field. And from that expert knowledge and from this data means those plants, pests, diseases, weather and soil. So this information being stored in the database, and we try to map this information with the expert knowledge that we have obtained from a person from agricultural background. And with that, what will go, what will means do, we will map this, we'll try to interpret this, and thereby we can make some advice. I'm using the word we, but in this sense, when we go for implementing this part for some means algorithm, or you can say some model, then this is what actually an algorithm or a model doing the decision making part. Okay, decision making part means we, again I am summarizing the facts. We are gathering some knowledge from some expert in that field and the problems and the information that is required to interpret this data, and thereby we can put some advice for a decision making process. So this is known as decision support system, right? DSS. So what is it exactly? We have just analyzed this diagram, but textually or means how we go for defining this. So decision support systems, DSS, are interactive software-based systems intended to help managers in decision making by accessing large volumes of information generated from various related information systems involved in organizational business processes, such as office automation system, transaction processing system, like this. Okay, so we are actually working on large volume of data, and thereby with the help of some algorithm that may be from either from supervised or unsupervised or semi-supervised, doesn't matter. But with the help of that, we are putting some devices, that is decision support system. So several decision definitions are there for this DSS, like these two. A DSS is a computerized program used to support determinations, judgments, and process of actions in an organization or a business, right? ADSS sifts through and analyzes massive amount of data, compiling comprehensive information that can be used to solve problems and decision making. So I hope that this term decision making is now clear to you. Decision making in single sentence, you can say that process with the help of which actually we come to a conclusion that which alternative will be better suitable with respect to the present condition or situations, right? So आपका decision making process करोगे, when you will do the decision making process, when you have some alternatives, right? Because otherwise there is no meaning, because if only one single way is there, only one single path or solution is there, you don't need to go for this, because you have to follow that one or you need to stop it. But when there are several ways or more than one path or more than one solution, then in that case you have to perform this decision making process, right? So Thereby, we have defined decision making. Let's see that its actual definition. So, a decision support system ordinary operations applications was function is just to collect the data. You got it? Because we are not just collecting the data, we are trying to map this data with some expert knowledge, and thereby, after the interpretation, we try to make some advices. Okay, so we cannot say that this TSS is just a ordinary version application where function is trying to collect data. No, we are interpreting the data and we try to make some advice. Okay, so TSS allows for more informed decision making, time solving, and improved efficiency in issues, operations, planning, and even management. So I think this is enough for making the definition of decision making or getting means idea about the decision making process, right? So still, this this diagram will more clearly illustrate the fact what I have just explained. In this diagram, you have seen that that person is being confused that in which side he has to turn, he has to go left or right. राइट, मैंने क्या कहा था आपको, जब एक से अधिक आपके पास ऑप्शन है तभी आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा, you have to make some decision, right? So when alternatives are there, then you are bound to make some decision making or decision, right? So that's it. Is this clear to you or not? I think it is clear.
Yes,
Okay, so if we go through the psychology, which then we can regard this decision making as the cognitive process resulting in the selection of a belief or a course of action among several possible alternative options. So, this decision making is the process of identifying and choosing alternatives based on the values, preferences, and beliefs of the decision maker. In that way, we can relate this definition to psychology, right? Now, if we go for analyzing this term decision technically, then we'll have there are two types of these decisions, program and non-program. Okay, so let's see what are they. You can better understand this from this diagram, program decision and non-program decision. After all, we are trying to make some decisions. So what is it? What are they? Okay, so program decision, a decision that is fairly structured decisions or recurs with some frequency of both. Like you start your car in the morning, that is a recurring process, right? Because every day when you go to office, okay, when if you take your car, means if you go by car, then you have to start your car in the morning, and that is a frequent process, right? So then non-program decisions, a decision that is relatively unstructured and occurs much less often a program decision. एक तरफ आप लोगों ने देखा प्रोग्राम डिसीजन में क्या हो रहा है, you are doing the same job again and again in a frequent basis, right? But in the other case, just opposite thing is going on, means this is not structured and it will occur much less often than a program decision. Suppose once in a year you plan your vacation, so only once or twice you will plan for that. You need to choose a means place or destination where you try to spend your vacation plans, right? So that is not going to happen day by day basis. ऐसा तो नहीं है ना आप हर रोज प्लान करोगे कि कल हम जा रहे हैं कुछ घूमने जा रहे हैं. No, that is not going to happen. So in simple case, I can define this non-program decision is what that one which occurs less often, and that is of course unstructured. कुछ भी हो सकता है depending on the situation that may be changed, right? So that is program decision and non-program decision. Now let's come to the textual part. So program decisions are basically some automated processes, general routine work, where these decisions have been taken several times. This decision follows some guidelines or rules. Okay, ये पूरा definition जो है ना, जो हमने अभी एक example दिया था आपको, starting your car in the morning, that should just, right? This decision have been taken several times, and you need to follow some guidelines. You need to, while starting the car, you need to put your key or whatever the process, you have to follow that. Similarly, one more example I am citing here, that problem related to leave are solved by policy relating to leave rules. In your university, in your office, you will see that while you apply for leave, there are some rules, right? That suppose you have already used your, say, 12 CL, then you again can't apply for that. Yes or no? So there are some rules that ASR has to follow while giving you the leave. So this is a structured way. This is a repetitive procedure. Okay, you may need to take this decision several times. That is our program decision. I hope this term is clear to everybody. Well, then non-program decision. What is that? Non-program decisions. The opposite case I have also explained with the help of that example that it occur in unusual and some non-addressed situations. So it totally be a new decisions. There will not be any rules to follow. These decisions are made based on the available information. These decisions are based on the manager's discretion, instinct, and perceptions and judgment. Right? When managers have, for example, दिया था, what example I have cited, that choosing a vacation destination, right? Suppose you have planned to visit a Gangtok, but what is going on actually there due to some land slides or whatever, means that road is blocked, single way road, and that is blocked. So at that time, at that very moment, you have to make a decision that you can't go for that. You need to change. You may have to change the destination. Yes or no? So what happened? Based on the available information, you need to make several decisions. It is not pre-programmed. Although you have planned it, say 1 or 2 months before, but at that very moment, there may be the case that you have to change. So it's totally based on discretion, instinct, and restrictions adjustment. Like one more example I have cited here, investing in a new technology is a kind of non-programmed decision. Can anybody of you explain this? What does it mean? What does this example mean?
So basically, what happens is we don't buy technology every day because normally technology that whatever we purchase, it's for the long duration only keeping in mind. So if you wanted to invest again on a new technology, then you have to really think about what kind of technology you'll be using, what will be the service that you are looking forward when you're buying new technology, then how is the what will be the cost, then how much it is going to serve my purpose, and then whether the companies who is offering the service is giving after purchasing maintenance and everything. So there are lots of decisions that need to be you need to make it before you purchase or before you invest on the new technology. So, and that doesn't come frequently. It comes like, rarely once in a time. So that is why this is called non-structured or unstructured.
Very good. This is what actually. this example means, right? So I don't think that I need to again explain it. That has already explained this. So what is this? Like in this city situations, in this pandemic situation, you also see that we have to actually adopt these online platforms, right? And there are several technologies in front of us. So we have to make some decision that which one we need to choose. We have to prefer. Like, you have Zoom, you have like this Microsoft Team, you have some that Cisco. So there are different platforms. But when you go for purchasing it, right, the free one is okay, but when you go for purchasing this, then you have to compare the performance, the features, then only you can make it. And this is not going to happen that day by day basis or month by basis. Once in one situation like this time we have made because of this pandemic situations. So it's totally unstructured, or we can say that this decision that we have made is a kind of non-programmed decisions. Very good. So I hope that these differences between program and non-program decisions, they are clear to you. Right. Now this
Yes,
diagram, yeah. So this diagram, let's try to analyze this diagram now. So what's going on in this diagram? See, I have means this side you'll see some non-program and program decisions, and this is a pyramid that I am citing here. Yeah, is of three different layers, or you can say three different levels, right? Lower, middle, and top. So actually, what it tries to mean that this lower means the standard or the level, the managerial level position, or you can say the complexity towards making that decision. Okay, when you go upwards, this process is being increased, right? So you can see that at the lower managerial level, what type of program decisions are there that need to go through? They are program decisions, right? Then when you go upwards, these non-program decisions are being made at top managerial level. Means at topmost position, what type of decisions that we have to face, we have to make, they are non-program decisions. And why this is happening, you know that this non-program decision is a kind of critical one. Okay, when you make a wrong decision, then you need to suffer a lot, or the whole process is going to suffer a lot. So these non-program decisions need much more complex analysis than the same of the program decisions. Because just saying that starting the car to go to your office is not a kind of complex one, because you are making this same thing again and again. But deciding a suitable place for your vacation is a very critical one. You need to actually at least analyze the weather conditions. Okay, the particular news, at least around 1 week before 1 week, you have to go through them. Time or this pyramid comparison between program and non-program decision. I hope this is clear.
yes, sir. So as per this diagram, the lower pyramid which it is shown here, it means like the decisions which we are making at the lower this what you call lower level are not that complex compared to the topper level. So what about this middle level, which is hello, hello?
Yes, please,
Hello.
I can hear you because there's some network.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So what about this
some
middle
network problem.
layer?
Yes,
So,
because
Sir, are this middle layer, is the middle layer referring to the managers who are actually manages the who are managing the programmers?
See, in the middle layer, you cannot directly say this is kind of program decisions being made or non-program decision being made. But overall, you can say that to come up to this decision, non-program decisions, you need to face some middle part. Okay, or you can that overlapping part means because these program decisions are being made at the lowermost position. But what would happen because if we refer this to a suppose your IT company, right? So this part you may consider is at the lowermost position, but to regulate them also we need some positions which is above that. Actually, the work is going on this part, but to regulate them, we need at some you can say some persons with that efficiency who can manage them, right? So if we try to define this middle part, that you can consider this as a overlapping of program decision and non-program decision. This is not truly program decision. This is not truly non-program decision, right? So that's it. I hope this is clear to you. बिकॉज पर्सन वाइज जैसे प्रभात ने कहा तो जैसे प्रभात ने पूछा तो ये पर्सन वाइज की बात हम करेंगे तो ऑब्वियसली यू विल सी द डिफरेंट लेवल्स ऑफ मैनेजर्स इन एन आईटी office, right? But actually, we are talking about the decisions, the types of decision being made, right? So this middle portion actually a kind of overlapping between them. Okay, which is not truly the program part or not truly the non-program part. Now, a simple assignment for you, just not a kind of this that you try to think yourself that what type of examples will suit this middle part. I hope you have got my.
Sir, MIS softwares?
And you know vision. MIS. How
Yes.
comes it to be?
Sir, in
How?
MIS, yes, sir. In MIS, basically in MIS tools, we have a module which helps us to gain the which help us to gain the performance indicator of some activity of some module or of some program. So that key performance indicator acts as a middle layer, which will help the topmost layer to take the informed decision.
Yeah, but actually, we cannot directly say in MIS, but we have to specify. Okay, that
Yes,
model.
sir.
But is there any particular example which we can directly refer that this is the overlapping part of this program decision? See, you cannot directly say program decision or
Ye-
non-program decision now. You have to say this overlapping portion because this portion is that part which are gathering information this part and that information is being utilized to make some non-program decisions. Are you getting me? ऐसा कुछ एग्जाम्पल आपको ये तो समझ में आ गया कि ये हम डायरेक्टली ये नहीं बोल सकते प्रोग्राम डिसीजन है या नॉन प्रोग्राम डिसीजन है। यहाँ जो इंफॉर्मेशन पार्ट चल रहा है वो क्या हो रहा है, यहाँ से आपने कुछ इंफॉर्मेशन रिसीव किया डिसीजन फ्रॉम द प्रोग्राम डिसीजन एंड यू आर यूटिलाइजिंग दिस पार्ट to make some non-program decisions. So please think what Prabhat said it is right, but you think that can there be such examples which we can directly refer this, or that example may not be from IT part. You can cite any practical example or any real life example. Think about it.
Sir,
Yes.
hello, sir.
Yes.
Okay, so say for example, I'm using a computer and I'm having some problem with the antivirus. So basically what happened is when we purchase an antivirus, that normally we do it once in a year because subscription comes for once in a year. So say I have a computer which is having a problem with a virus. So that is giving me a problem and I have decided that, okay, I need antivirus for my computer software. So that becomes my lower level decisions. Now, in the middle level layer, I need to think about what exactly I should be doing, whether I should buy a new antivirus or I should renew the license. Now, if I go to the topmost layer, I suppose I have decided that I want to buy a new antivirus. I need to see which are the softwares are available in the market and do the comparison, which one is more effective, which one is less effective, and what are the terms and policies of that antivirus. So that becomes my this non-program decisions. So in the middle layer, where we are combining both the lower and the topmost layer, is about the decisions process whether we are going to renew the license or purchasing a new antivirus. Is it okay with this example?
Um, what the others say about this search example? I got it. What he wants to say. Right. Very good analysis, no doubt. What I think Prabhat and Juika, what uh, what about this example? He has cited a very good example, no doubt. That type of example actually I'm asking you, kind of real life type of decisions that needs to be made. Okay, this antivirus example is okay, but what you guys will say about this? Juhika and Prabhat, please.
Sir, yes, this is relatable. This is quite relatable because here, if we consider a singular product, then we don't have any issues. But if we consider this from a corporate perspective or from a big organization perspective, then we have to buy the products in a bulk. So that is a very huge investment to it. Even the purchasing of antivirus software for n number of computers, the budget is up to crores and crores. So that is a very huge investment to it. So for every investment, a profitable company will expect a revenue from it. Without any revenue, without generating any revenue, they won't be making that investment. So if they are investing something, then definitely there has to be there has to be these protocols, like lower level, it has to start from initiate from the lower level, middle level, and the final conclusion is to be done by the topmost level. Yes, sir.
Okay,
This is correct,
and
sir.
middle
This
level means
is what I think, sir.
yes, middle level means what part you are referring actually? Middle level, at topmost level, we got it. The bottommost level, we have got it. The middle level, what you are referring for this example?
Sir, your voice is cracking, sir. I have network issues. I think I don't know.
Yes, even voice is
Actually,
breaking, sir.
see,
Yes, sir.
when we need to make this type of crucial definition, yeah, I hope the voice is not coming. Uh,
Hello. Sir, you are not audible. Hello, Prabhat, could you hear anything?
Yes, I can hear you, but I can't hear sir. I don't
Yeah,
know.
same problem here.
I think serious network problems are going on. Yes, trying again. Uh, Please come to the WhatsApp. Open Hello.
Yes.